it is Allison with Wonderlast.com, or should I say from Wonderlast.com, popping in as I always do every single Tuesday with a short, actionable video to help you grow your online business and to kick some major online business butt. And I am really excited about today's video because today I'm going to be talking about 5 major ways that you can grow your email list. If you've been following me for a little bit, if you've read some of my blog posts, or you've watched some of my videos, or if you're on my email list and you get emails from me, then you probably already know that I believe your email list is really important, especially if you have an online-based business. And I'm not going to babble about why they're important for like a million years, but a few reasons why I believe your email list is really important just off the top of my head. Number one, people are way more likely to see your emails than, say, your social media posts. So think about things like Facebook and Instagram. There are a million distractions on those, for starters, so people are always just like, squirrel, and they're probably not going to see your posts. But secondly, there's the algorithms. So things like Facebook and Instagram basically choose which posts to show people. So there's a very real chance that your post might not even get seen at all or very little, whereas if you send someone an email, there's no algorithm in the inbox, so people are guaranteed to at least see your email. Secondly, sending people emails are a great way to actually build that know, like, and trust factor you're probably hearing a lot about if you're trying to start an online business, which is totally necessary. But emails are a great way to connect with your audience, to provide value with them, and to just get to know them. And so that when you have something to sell, you're more likely to sell it. And also, if you want to do things like sales funnels, for instance, if you want to make passive income online, the majority of sales funnels are going to require having someone's email address and sending emails at some point. And in order to send people emails like that, they have to be on your list. They have to have opted in and given you permission to email them. You can't just send people emails. So those are just 3 quick reasons off the top of my noggin why I think they're so important. But trust me, they're very important. So if you are anything like I was a couple years ago, if you have either put off starting your list, maybe you haven't even started it yet, or you have started your list, but you're like, I don't know what to do with it, I don't know how to get people on it, and you're confuzzled by it, this video is for you, because I was in the same camp. Back in 2013 is when I technically started my list, and that was only because I felt like I had to, even though I didn't want to. And so I spent the next 2 years really doing nothing. I had 28 subscribers for 2 years. I didn't really know how to grow it. I didn't know what the heck to send people. So like, I'm pretty sure I sent 2 emails the entire year, and one of them was probably about my cat with a cat photo. So needless to say, I didn't do much, but it was in 2015 where I decided I really wanted to get serious about growing my online business, transitioning out of the photography business I had started and been working. And that was when I knew I had to get serious about my email list. So I got really focused, and over the next 12 months, it was actually less than 12 months, I managed to get over 14,000 people on my list without any paid ads. So that's what I'm going to cover in this video. I've literally picked the top 5 best working strategies that I did that really worked for me, and none of them require paid ads. So are you ready to dive in? Because I am. I swear I've only had 1 cup of coffee today. Okay, way number 1 to majorly grow your email list is to create an amazing freebie that your, what I like to call your DC, your dream customer, whatever you want to call them. Some people call them ideal clients, dream customer avatar, they're all the same. Create an amazing value-filled freebie that your dream customer for sure wants or needs. Emphasis being on the for sure. There should be absolutely no guesswork when it comes to trying to create something that your audience wants. You shouldn't be thinking, oh, I hope they like it, or I mean, I think they would want it, or I mean, I like the idea. Like, you've got to know for a fact, 110%, that the freebie you're creating to offer people to get on your list is something they either want or they need. So you need to, for starters, know exactly who your audience is, because you can't appeal to everybody. That's just not going to work. So you got to be really specific on knowing who your audience is, all the goods about them, and then knowing exactly what they either want or what they need so that you can give it to them in exchange for their name and email to grow your list. You gotta have a freebie. In the 2 years where I had 20 people on my list, I did not have a freebie, and that was part of the reason why my list wasn't growing. People don't want to give you their email for tips and updates and things like that. At least most people want. There's just too many people asking for email addresses nowadays. So you got to get them something valuable that they genuinely want or need. If you need help with this, I've got a training above. The link is above this video. 4 videos that walk you through it step by step. How to come up with the perfect freebie idea, no matter what your niche is. You're gonna come up with the perfect idea that your audience actually wants. You know this for a fact, so that you can use it to grow your list, okay? Or if you've got a freebie and it's not attracting the right people, or it's not really growing your list, then check it out, okay? It's way more simple than you think, but it's super important. And that was the first step I took when I wanted to really grow my list. The second step is to optimize your website for list building. So what do I mean by that? I'm just gonna embellish my topics with dance moves. So what do I mean by optimizing your site for list building? Well, it means a few things. So every page on your site should have, I would say, 2 to 3 places for people to opt in, and they should be obvious. So if you go to my site is wonderlast.com. This is the home page of my site that I'm showing you. You're gonna see right away 5 different opt-ins. Now 5 is a lot. I don't think you need 5 on every page. 2 to 3 is good. You don't want to overwhelm people. But the reason why I have 5 on this home page is because I've got 4 main paths that I want to lead people down, helping them depending on what it is that they need. So I've got 4 different opt-ins depending on what the heck they actually want, okay? But they are clear, they are obvious, and they are abundant. And if you go to really any page on my site, like my About page, for example, you're gonna see more opt-ins. Again, I've got probably more than 3 once again. So throughout my About page, I will organically, meaning it fits in with the context of what I'm talking about, plug in opt-ins. So these pink highlighted texts are opt-ins. You keep scrolling down and you read about my story, the very end, I give people 3 paths to take depending again on what they need, and those are opt-ins. So my site is covered in opt-ins, 2 to 3 at least per page. It also means above the fold. So this is just like a silly fancy term that online marketers or online business people use, meaning that you are giving people a call to action without any scrolling necessary. So again, here we are on the homepage of my site. When people land here, they don't have to scroll down to find an opt-in. They see it front and center at the very top. So that's what above the fold means. It means you shouldn't have to do any scrolling down for people to see an opt-in. It should be front and center with no scrolling. And then another way to optimize your site is by using cover pages. And these are things that I love. I don't use them all the time, but sometimes. I would say like 75% of the time. So right now, if you go to my site, you will see this cover page. So this is a landing page that is set as the main URL of my website. So it's the very first thing people see when they get to my site. And right off the bat, they've got the option to opt in for my freebie, which is an online business roadmap. All of the steps for starting and growing your business, all written down in order. They can grab that for free right away, or they can just continue on to my website. But the really cool thing about cover pages is you are getting people right off the bat. The second they get to your list, it's a little tempting for them if you're offering them something they truly want or need to pass that up. And that particular freebie, I get over 60% of people landing on that page opting in for it. So that one has been a really, really great way to grow my email list. Way number 3 to grow your email list is to make content upgrades for all of your most popular content. If you have, and that can be any kind of content. You don't have to do it all, but whatever type of content you create for your business, you need to be creating content upgrades for that, meaning free things that you offer your audience within, say, a blog post that they can get for giving you their name and their email. So if you create podcast episodes, videos, blog posts, which ones are the most popular, and then add a content upgrade in there. So the content upgrade should be related to whatever it is that you're actually talking about in said blog post or video or podcast episode. It should be something that's relevant and maybe takes the person further or simplifies things, or, the sky's the limit with what you can create. But if you have like a popular blog post that tons of people are reading, maybe it's getting tons of shares, but you're not offering a content upgrade, then you are missing out. So definitely create content upgrades for your most popular posts as a starters, and then ideally you kind of want to sneak them into all your posts where they fit. And you can reuse things. You can create one content upgrade and use it in multiple pieces of content as long as it fits. You don't just want to like stick in a content upgrade for the sake of having it there. It needs to actually make sense. In the beginning, when I was creating content upgrades, I didn't even realize I could just reuse the same one. So I was creating a ton of content upgrades for every single piece of content. And while that worked, it was very time consuming. So remember, you can reuse your content upgrades. And just as an example, this is a screenshot from not this past summer, but summer of 2016 of one of my content upgrades. It's a stock photos content upgrade. And after just a couple months of this being in one blog post, I had over 1,200 people opt onto my list just for that one content upgrade. And this was before I stuck it in multiple blog posts. So content upgrades are a great way to grow your email list on autopilot. You create the content upgrade once, and then you stick it in your popular content, and then it works for you all day long. Right now, I get like at least 50 minimum, a minimum of 50 people getting onto my email list every day just from the content upgrades on my like blog posts and stuff. Not from like paid ads or anything like that, just from the content upgrades. So really powerful for building your list on autopilot. The next way to grow your list is do webinars and joint venture webinars. I love webinars. They're super fun. They're a great way to connect with your audience, to provide value, and did I mention they are fun? But they are also a great way to grow your list, and they're a way to grow your list really fast. So last summer, when I was focusing on growing my list, this is from, again, the summer of 2016, I was really focused on trying to grow my list. And so I started doing a lot of webinars because I had tried my first one and I thought they were super fun, but they were also growing my list really fast. So as you can see from the Pinterest workshop that I did, that was the second webinar I ever did. I had over 600 signups just for that one workshop, webinar, whatever you want to call it. I did a joint venture webinar with Jenna Sword. I got over almost 200 people in one day. I did another webinar on how to launch like a boss, and I got over 200 that day. That was all in like a month. Okay, so webinars are not only fun, they are a great way to build your audience fast, and you don't even have to sell anything. I love doing webinars, workshops, masterclasses, all the same. I love doing those simply just to provide value. So you don't have to sell anything. They're not scary, so definitely try them. And then way number 5 to grow your email list is to promote your free stuff more than your paid stuff. If you are like most people, you might not like promoting yourself to begin with. Most people find that a little terrifying, myself included over the years. It's something I no longer really fear now, but it's something I struggled with for a long time. And one way to help yourself get over that fear is to focus on promoting your free stuff. You're not asking people for money. You are sharing with them valuable free content. And so you want your paid content to have gateway content that is free that will lead people to it. So if you are at the point where you are offering paid stuff, whatever that is in your online business, then you should be creating free content that leads people to your paid content. That way, people can try out your free stuff, hopefully be wowed by it, love it, be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, and then want to take the next step with your paid stuff. Plus, free stuff gets shared way more likely because people are way more likely to share something epic and free that you shared rather than sharing your sales page. Pretty much no one's just going to want to share your sales page. So it gets shared way more. And again, it's really essential for building that trust that you need to build with people if you are online. There are way too many skeezy people out there just trying to earn a buck and get people's money. So you really need to develop that trust by creating free content that leads to your paid content. And you've got to have a regular promotion plan for the free stuff that you offer to grow your list. I always see people creating amazing content that is like, oh my gosh, that's so good, but then they don't hardly promote it at all, or they'll promote it once and then they don't promote it again. You need to be spending even more time promoting your stuff than creating your stuff, because what is the point of creating this epic content if no eyeballs are seeing it? That's sad. And then if people aren't seeing it, then that's a big wah for your business. And so you've got to get eyeballs on your free content to grow your list, to grow your business. So you need to be spending like 50% of your time on actually promoting your stuff. That means weekly. So I regularly promote content that I created a year and a half ago, even today. As long as the content is still relevant to the purpose of your business and your audience, you should be continually promoting it on social media. I love promoting my content on Pinterest. That's how I drive traffic to my site, a big way that I drive traffic to my site. So I'm driving traffic to these blog posts, which is free content, which have free content upgrades. So I'm getting eyeballs on my stuff regularly on autopilot and growing my list on autopilot. Whew, I'm like, getting all worked up. If you need help with the freebie thing, be sure to grab the free training I have for you above. Again, it's 4 more videos, it's a workbook, and a bunch of other goodies to help you create that perfect freebie. But you absolutely need a freebie to grow your list. And it's got to be something that people want or need. No guesswork. Plus, we also cover things like how to drive traffic to your freebie, again, without paid ads. I didn't even start playing around with paid ads until recently. So we're going to be covering how to drive traffic to your freebie. And we also cover what to send your subscribers once they get on your list, so that, again, you're not like me a few years ago and either not mailing your list at all or sending them totally random messages. You need to be consistently keeping contact with them so that you can build those relationships and trust. And we kind of also go over what to send your list to make sales and all of that. So grab it above, master your email list. It's not scary. Even if you're starting from zero, by the way. I always get people asking, well, what strategies can I use if I'm starting from zero? And any strategy, because we all start from zero. Anything that grows your list will work no matter what number you're starting at. If you're starting from 5,000 or if you're starting from zero, they all work. We all started from zero. I started from zero. So do these 5 things and I know you're going to see a lot of growth. And as always, if you have questions or comments, or you want to share your 2 cents, if there is a strategy that I did not cover that's worked really well for you, share it below. Ask questions. I'm always happy to look at them and answer them even after the video has ended. And yeah, that is it today. I'm trying to keep this video short and sweet, so I'm gonna stop myself from babbling because I get really babbly when I get excited, and I always get excited when I'm talking about business. So I'm gonna go now. I want you to go do these 5 things, grow your list, grab the free training above, and I will see you around. Okay, now I'm gonna awkwardly end the video. Never know how to end my videos. It's like, do I say something? Do I dance? Like, ow. It's like when you, back in the days of like phone conversations with your friends in high school, and you're like, you hang up first, and you hang up first. No, you hang up first, and no one can be the one to hang up first. It's kind of what it's like in a live broadcast. I don't want to end the video first, but I'm the only one who can, so I'm gonna do that now. Okay.